Hey, it's Kamori, and today we're going to be doing a Katsucon 2018 recap slash haul video. Katsucon was a little over a week ago, and I didn't go to Katsucon in 2017 because it and MagFest are so close together. We ended up going to MagFest instead. This year, since MagFest, it was so crazy trying to get tickets and a hotel room and everything like that, we decided to skip MagFest and instead went to Katsu. So I didn't have a very good frame of reference for what Katsucon was like the year before, but the main thing that I noticed is it was so crowded, and I wasn't quite expecting that. Now, I know Katsucon has a reputation for being the con where you bring your big elaborate cosplay to. Decided to do things a little bit differently this time, and I only brought, the only costume that I made specifically for Katsucon was my Rin Tosaka cosplay. I had a lot of things going on in real life beforehand and didn't want to stress myself trying to con crunch a big fancy costume for Katsu, so I just went with Rin, and I ended up being very happy that I made that decision. One, because of the crowding, and two, because the weather, well, it was really nice on Thursday night. The weather progressively got worse and worse, and it ended up getting really cold and sleeting and snowing and raining and all sorts of slushiness, so glad to just have the one costume. So that was the main thing that we did on Friday, was the photo shoot for Rin. I did a photo shoot with Cloud's Cosplay Photography, and they were lovely as always. I will put a link in the description box to the gallery where you can see the full photo shoot. And as you may have noticed from a couple other videos, I built a set for it, made the summoning circle that Rin uses for summoning Archer in the Unlimited Blade Works anime, and it brought that along. It's technically against Katsucon policy, but nobody said anything, so I think we were okay. And use that for the basis of the shoot. And for the photo shoot, we ended up doing, because there's this escalator that comes down and it's got the stone wall on it, and that would be perfect for that particular scene. But because it was so crowded, we had to get there a little bit before the photo shoot time and like stake out an area. And I'm really short, so like I'm right here, right at the edge of the escalator, and then next to me there is a Death Note photo shoot and like two other photo shoots. It was just so crowded, and everyone was in like their little tiny space of the wall trying to get their photos. So it was even worse on Saturday. There was just so many people. So for the most part, we tried to avoid the main areas of the Gaylord. We really didn't go near the gazebo at all. And anytime we wanted to go to a panel, we just kind of went around the big crowds trying to stay out of that. But for the panels, we did go to two of J Heart Designs panels. There was one on altering patterns to fit better, and another one on how to make a bodice for a dress, and both of those were super informative. They were fantastic. J Heart was a fantastic presenter. If he's ever a guest at any con that you're going to, I definitely recommend going to any of his panels because they were very informative, and he breaks down everything. So even I brought one of my friends with me who doesn't sew as much as I do, and she still was able to get some information from that as well. So really recommend that. Other than the panels, went to the dealer's room, got a couple more things in the dealer's room than I was expecting to, but they had a surprisingly large number of industry guests there. Even though they were really only handing out posters, Nintendo was there, which is kind of cool. And also Simplicity and McCall's had a shared booth where they were selling some of their online only patterns. I didn't get any because there wasn't anything that I could use for an immediate project. But there's definitely some cool designs. Katsuo Pattern Making also had a booth, and I did end up getting two patterns from them. I got it's my first time getting one of their non-cosplay patterns, because they do fashion patterns as well. And got they're calling it Moonrise Mod, so I'm going to be making a dress from that. And then they also had they have their gym uniform pattern, which looks an awful lot like the uniforms for Boku no Hero Academia. So that's what I'm going to be using this for. And to go along with that, Five Wits Wigs had a booth there. I've never gotten any of their wigs before, so I'll probably be doing a review once I test out the wig. They do character-specific wigs that they all have really clever names that really hint as to what character it's for, but they can't specifically call it the character. So this one is Good Gravity Quirk Release, and it is for Ochako from Boku no Heroes. So I'll be making her costume. One of the other things I got, well, actually two things, are the, you know that I like Pusheen and that I like Halloween, and one of the booths had the Pusheen blind boxes that are little keychains. So the first day that we went around the dealer's room, I got one was a little Pusheen in a pumpkin, and these are really nice quality, and they have the little kind of ball type chain ring around it so that you can take it apart and attach it to things. So I got that the first day and I liked it so much I had it on my purse and was carrying it around. So the second day, oh, where'd it go? Right before we left on Sunday, I got another blind box, and this time got the little ghost Pusheen keychain, which my friends were saying it looks like a marshmallow, which it really does. It's really cute. And speaking of Halloween, the one big thing that I wasn't anticipating getting from the dealer's room, but found her, surprise, surprise, I never expected to see it in the dealer's room, was my first scale figure. You've seen up here I have some Nendroids that I collect on and off, but got, as you may have noticed, that the camera bag isn't there anymore and instead have a figure, and that is the Elizabeth Bathory Halloween version from Fate Grand Order. And I love this design so much. It's kind of a tacky Halloween design, but I still really like it, and that is one of my dream costumes that I would love to do one day. So that's really it for my haul. If you went to Katsucon, let me know in the comments below what your experience was. Did you go to any panels? Did you cosplay? Did you think that it was really crowded? Let me know, and I will see you guys in another video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.